Alrighty, we're live. What is up, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome. And today was day 2 for that mother that's being alleged to have shot her daughter. And we watched some of the trial yesterday, day 1, opening statements. Let's see here. And some people were asking yesterday about the interrogation, including myself. Uh-oh, what did I get myself into? Okay. There's an interrogation. It looks like it's probably, not that long, but there's some interesting video to see. So we're going to start from the beginning of the interrogation. Let's see where it's at. Boom, 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 boom. Here, I think, right? Boom. Well, what's up? What's up? Welcome back. Did you get my notification? That mom is busted and crusted. Let me skip over here.
Detective Riddle, you would come back up and have a seat in the witness chair.
You got a chest infection? Oh, no.
All right, we're ready to bring the jury back?
State's ready.
Yes. Get them lined up.
Your Honor, we would ask to do the redaction instruction.
My concern is
Just the volume here.
version of this video.
Well, is it the redactions that you all discussed?
It's the spaces that we took out, and then it's the redactions that we discussed in court the other day. The defendants.
All right, now all the commentary about Mr. Oliver stayed in, correct? Okay.
There's Mama. Mama's love. You never forget about Mama's love. Mama's love. Always count on Mama.
All rise for the jury.
Oh, thank you. Press start. All aboard. Hey, lovely red 50 shades of blue. Rebecca, wake up. Eileen, Luna purple. Mimi Moody, Beach Mel, Brown Eye Girl 828. Roberta, Sasha. Welcome back. Mel, your head's too big. I'm offended. A little bit smaller.
Everyone may have a seat. Waive the call for the state. For the
That's a good.
defense. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Somebody ask if she's out on bond. I don't know. That's a good question. I'm not sure. I have to look it up and see.
I hope you enjoyed
I'll
your
look
lunch.
into it.
We are still in Detective Riddle's direct examination. General, you are recognized for further questions.
Okay, Detective Riddle, I believe that we've talked now about the initial statement that the defendant made to you at the scene before she went to the hospital. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, and then you've also indicated that there was a point in time when you received information about what had happened at the hospital regarding her trying to give her phone to a stranger. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, so at this point in time, I believe that the last thing that you testified was that yourself and Detective Wardlaw were then going to interview Miss Howington. Is that correct?
Yes.
Do you see what we have displayed up here on the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
And does that look like something that you recognize?
Yes.
What is that?
That is the third floor interview room. You'll see on the top of the picture. It says
Interrogation, baby. Let's do it.
302. That was the old police department. We had 3 interview rooms up there.
Okay. And so up at the top it says room 302, like you just indicated, and then it also says 9/14/2019. Is that correct?
Correct.
I'm assuming that's the date of this interview.
That is correct.
And then it also lists the time as 22:58:35. Is that correct?
Correct.
And what time is that, like we would normally say?
That is 10:58.
Okay. Is that accurate time and date as to when these things happen in the interview?
Yes.
All right. This time we would like to make this the next exhibit and publish this to the jury.
You may, ladies and gentlemen, the court is informed that there are certain places within this video the parties have agreed to redact. For instance, if there's a long gap where nothing's happening, they've redacted that out so that you don't have to sit there and watch that. So if the video jumps from one place to the next, It's nothing to concern yourself about. By agreement, they've redacted those parts out. All right, you may play the video.
We could get one set of light.
Do the first bank flash.
There she is.
Hey, I just want to let you know what we're doing, okay? When I was there earlier, I want to let you know the house is constant. So what we want to do is we want to go in and we want to process everything, okay? So when I say process everything, that means we're going to take photos and we want to, there's blood on your sofa. So we're going to take the sofa, okay? And I just want to let you know all that stuff. They're looking for projectiles, okay? Your house is a crime scene house. Make sure you're aware of that. You don't have any problems with that, do you? Okay? Listen, and some food for thought. We're not in front police. I don't give a fuck if you're selling 10 pounds a week. I don't care. You're not going to get in trouble from me. Your daughter's dead. And I just want you to be honest with us, okay? So just be honest. We know some things now. We're getting our P's and Q's together, so we're going to come back and don't lie to us. This is a homicide investigation, and all we would ask you to do is to be truthful with us. You've got many more kids. You've got DCS. I told you before, DCS is going to have to get involved in this show. Different agencies looking at it. When a 5-year-old dies, it's a big deal. Okay, it is in my eyes. Sure, you're a mama. I believe you. Okay, so we're still processing your house. We're not going to tear it apart, but there's a likelihood we're going to take that couch. Okay, and we're looking for bullet holes underneath. Things like that, okay? Just let you know. We'll be here to talk to you.
All right, so I got it there. That's what I say, get a lawyer.
Okay, so this initial part where you go up and you talk to the defendant in this case and you tell her about what you all were redoing, what was the purpose of you explaining that to Ms. Howington?
I just wanted her to get another understanding of what we're doing, why we're there. I want to make sure she's okay with us being in her home. I mean, she has an expectation of privacy in that home, but I want to make sure we're looking for anything related to the homicide of her daughter.
Okay, and at this point in time, had anybody found the gun or the projectile that was in the gun or anything like that?
No, that comes later on.
I didn't have this on me when I was out there talking to you earlier at your house. You can read, right? Okay. This right here is basically what I told you. We're processing your house. I need your consent. We're out there right now taking pictures. It was recorded when I talked to you earlier. But this is the actual form that needs to get signed, okay? This is just what we want to process your house. Is that good to go? Okay, I'm going to read this to you. It's wrong, right? Is it? Spell your last name. Howington?
Yes.
What's your address out there?
502 BALSAM Drive.
BAL?
SAM Drive.
See if I can make a mama emoji by request. Has to be something that's easily visible in the chat.
Okay, I'll read it to you here. I, Robin Howington, having been informed of my constitutional right not to have a search made in my premises hereinafter mentioned without a search warrant, and of my right to refuse to consent to search, hereby authorize crime lab technicians, who the people are out there, and officers, that's me or anybody else out there, of the Knoxville Police Department to conduct a complete search of my premises at 502 Boston Drive. These officers are authorized by me to take from my premises any letters, papers, materials, or other properties that they may desire. This written permission is being given by me to the above named officers voluntarily and without threats or promises or any coercion. Now, when I'm saying that, I told you what I was looking for. I have no reason to lie to you. We want the couch. We're looking for any projectiles, any weapons, bullets, anything that was used to shoot your dog. You know, a projectile, if it goes through something, it may be in the wall, it could be in the floor, it could be in the couch. These are things we need, okay? We're going to take pictures. I'm not going to go in there and look in your sock drawer. I'm not looking for anything. I'm not, like I told you, I'm not the drug police. Trust me on that. I'm looking for anything relative to the homicide of your daughter. Okay? Give the sign right here for me. And this is in conjunction with what we talked about earlier, when I was recording earlier. Just want to make sure we got the form signed.
Mama's love. Always count on Mama. We're almost at 600 on the mailing list. I'm gonna work on the emoji.
Investigator Ward, I don't think I've introduced myself. I'm Tim Riddle. I briefly spoke to you at your house. He spoke to you at the hospital and spoken with you here as well. Normally, in any circumstance that we're dealing with a mama that's lost a child, that's kind of a witness situation with us. But only because we think there's some dishonesty going on. Only because of that. We're going to read you your rights, okay? All we're wanting you to do is tell us the truth. And don't leave anything out. Remember, this is a homicide investigation. Our job is to get justice for you, especially for your daughter. Okay? I don't know what you're feeling right now. You're a mama. I'm sure you feel hurt. I'm sure you feel anger. But all I want you to do is to be straight up with me. Don't bullshit me. Okay? He's the same way. We've got kids. We understand to a certain extent. Okay?
You know that your rights before? Yeah.
And all I'm going to do is read to you. I'm not going to ask you to sign anything, but I'm going to read you your rights.
Okay, so at this point, you've had her sign a document, is that correct?
I had her to sign the consent form on the home search, or to process her home.
Do you recognize this?
Yes.
What is that?
That's the Knoxville Police Department's residential consent form. That's she gave us consent to process and do what we needed to do in her home.
Okay, and this here is her signature?
That is her signature.
And this is where you signed as well?
That is.
I don't know if we could move this then as the next exhibit.
Will it be marked in file as number 15?
16, Judge.
Is it 16? What was 15?
The seeking the video.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
I'm working on Mama's love right now. By the way, tomorrow, guys, I'm thinking by tomorrow, James Crumley, I don't know how long the jury selection is going to take. I hope tomorrow. I just want to catch their opening statements. And if there's anything else that's popping with that. At some point, we'll update Who the F Did I Marry, and then P. Diddy, Puffy Combs.
You read this to her word for word that you all were going to go look at her house, is that correct?
Correct.
She gave you permission to do that, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Now, I've heard that there's been several times where you told her, we're not the dope police, we don't care if you're... Tell the jury why it was that you were telling that to the defendant in this case.
My concern is I'm not concerned with drugs. I'm investigating a death of her 5-year-old daughter. That's all I'm concerned about. She would never be charged with anything in relation to that drug, anything we found that were drugs. I would not take care of that. I'm just looking into the death of her daughter.
Okay, now you told Ms. Howington that because you think there's some dishonesty going on, you're going to read her Miranda rights. Is that correct?
Correct.
And the dishonesty that you were referencing, what was that?
Well, the home, or actually some things didn't add up to me at the home, and the cell phone, and they kind of seemed to be spiraling.
I'm going to read your rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court. You have the right to consult with a lawyer and to have a lawyer present while you're being questioned. If you want a lawyer but you're unable to pay for one, a lawyer will be appointed to represent you for any cost to you. If you decide to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you will still have the right to stop answering questions at any time. You will also have the right to stop answering questions at any time until you talk to a lawyer. Do you understand that? Basically what we're doing is we're wanting to hear your side of the story, minus the bullshit.
It's crazy.
That's all we want. Don't lie to us. Okay?
Hey, Gavin's with the neighbor. I told you I checked and said he's with the neighbor, he's fine. That phone ain't coming on, so I can't get nobody's number for you. So you can't let family know. Is there any other way you can find somebody's number so you can let people know?
I mean, my mom's never about her, but I don't want to call her because she's probably going to have to die of a heart attack. That's the last thing I need.
Where your mama live?
In Tennessee.
You're going to have to let some family know because you don't need to be by yourself. You tell me you don't know her dad's number, so you can't call him.
Right, I just figured about contact.
Is there anybody else you can, any other family?
I really don't talk to nobody. I told you, ever since I got married by a police officer, I really just distanced myself from everybody and made my life just about my kids because I got diagnosed with post-traumatic stress syndrome.
I know it's going to be difficult. You might have to call on and let her know.
I guess my first question is, and I'm going to start kind of at the back end of the situation here, okay? What happened to your phone? Why is it wet?
Because there was like people asking for weed from my baby daddy because they couldn't get in contact with her.
You called somebody from that house when I was there to try to take your baby boy over across the street.
Right.
Okay. You were using that phone then. What happened to that phone in a 30-minute time frame from the time you got or left that house till you got to UT hospital? That phone. Okay. That phone has been thrown somewhere wet. We do this for a living. We're not dumb. This is your chance to tell the truth.
Let's try, because I know at the hospital you said you had to go to the bathroom, right? And you tried to give your phone to some lady, correct? And she wouldn't take it. So after she didn't take the phone, what'd you do with it?
I mean, how you gonna charge me with something?
What did you do with the phone?
I don't want to talk, man, because I'm afraid.
So your child is dead, and you don't want to talk.
But it's because.
So what? No. So what you're telling us is you don't care.
It's not that
You
I
don't
don't care.
care
I got
about
raped by
crime.
a police officer, so please.
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you serious? Your daughter is dead,
I know that.
and you don't want to tell us who killed your
I
child?
don't know.
Lord have mercy. Do you have a heart? Do you have a soul?
Don't worry.
Wow.
About being charged.
Bro. Luffy, can you clip that for me? Just that small portion? I can put it on Twitter. Interesting. Intense.
Throwing that phone in the toilet.
Just a little portion.
You're fucking right. No, she will be charged. You're going to be charged with tampering. That's tampering with evidence. I'm serious to God. You're going to go to jail for that tonight. You can lawyer up, do what you want to. We want the truth from you. If you tell us the truth, then by George, I'll call the damn DA's office and tell them, hey, let's slow a roll here. But if you're going to sit here and bullshit us on this, then we're not going to help you.
Damn. That part too,
When
Luffy.
you help us, because right now you've committed a crime. I don't give a shit about tampering crime, but I care about that little kid of yours.
No, it's my daughter.
Okay?
Listen, it's like I told you earlier. Your action before, the way you started with trying to get rid of the phone and throw it away and all that stuff, that doesn't look good for you,
I
right?
know, but I don't want to get in trouble for
Listen,
weed either.
listen.
My
What did I
son,
tell you?
where's my son gonna go?
What did I tell you about that weed? What did I tell you about the weed?
Did you get
I
kicked?
don't care about weed. You don't care about weed.
Yeah, I told that. Oh, I promise.
There's a,
I promise we don't give a shit.
your child is deceased. That's what we care about, okay? And a lot of the things so far have not been matching up. They're not making sense. And the fact you trying to get rid of your phone doesn't help all that stuff out, okay? And I told you earlier, I said, you gotta tell us the truth if you want this done. When the doctor told you, what did you say? I want them motherfuckers in jail.
Yes, I
The only
did.
way we can get that done is if you tell us the truth and be helpful with us.
I
Right?
told you. We just came home from the park and I thought somebody was following me. And so I went down the alley. There's an alley between the neighbors where you took Calvin, or whoever took Calvin, and nobody followed me. And then I didn't think nothing about it. She was laying on the couch. I turned Netflix on for her, and Gavin was sitting right beside me. I have a roast still cooking right now in the crock pot. I was getting ready to make their plates, and somebody came in the door, and I was sitting on the, whatever you want to call it, the footrest, and she was like this far away from me, laying there, because I was asking her, what else do you want? Because the only thing I had in the crock pot was the roast and carrots. And I let them choose what they want to eat because her dad is a vegan, and so she's somewhat picky about what she eats. And I didn't even hear the door open because it was just a screen door. I had the other door still open because my purse was in the car still because I had to carry Gavin in because he didn't have shoes on. So whoever, only thing I seen was a black dude come in, and I heard a gunshot, and then I looked at my baby. And then I look at him, and his eyes got big as I don't know what. Like, I feel like it was meant for me.
What kind of car did it in?
It was a black Chrysler. I'm almost sure it was. I'm not 100% sure, but I can see, like, out the door from where the foot thing was.
So you never went outside to see the car?
No, I
You
got
just
a
thought
towel.
yourself,
I
right?
got a towel and put it on her. I didn't know what else to do with Clay. I had to run to the other couch in the other living room and get my phone and call 911. And then I came back and held the towel on her, and then my baby was flipping out, so I had to hold him too.
Well, let's try something else. You said that y'all were at the park. The park is where?
In Corns by Corns Pool.
Okay. And who was at the park?
Me, Calvin, and Destiny.
Nobody else.
No.
Just you three.
I mean, there was other people there, but as far as people I know, no.
Just okay. So you and your two kids.
Yes.
You all leave the park.
Well, actually, I'm gonna be honest with you. These three boys, there's like this may be something, I don't know, but these three Mexican boys, there's like a fence or whatever, and there's like a bench right beside the fence, and they kept on crawling over it, going to this building that's right beside of the park. I don't know what it is. I have no idea. So the boys were making comments about my breast. So I said, you guys are old enough to be talking to me like this, especially in front of my kids. I was like, you're already teaching my son bad things because he's trying to crawl over the fence too. So I went and pulled away because when I walked back up to them, they ran in and crossed the fence again. And when they crossed the fence, I drove up there to see if their parents were there. Well, their parents was there, and it was two Mexican men. And I said, you need to teach your sons to be more respectful because they were being very disrespectful and talking to me in ways that I didn't appreciate, especially in front of my daughter.
And so did you drove off after that?
Yes, sir.
Headed back to your place?
Yes, sir. I went down Oak Ridge Highway and then turned left on Shaw Road and then went the back way by the Bibles on Callahan and through the back roads.
And so when you get back to your place, you said you pulled in through the alley?
Yeah, because I felt somebody was following me.
So you thought somebody was following you from the park?
No, I don't know from the park. I wasn't paying that much attention because they were always complaining that they were thirsty and they were hungry and all this. So I was just consoling them, telling them we're going to be home, the roast is done. Basically, Destiny was with me. That was following.
So when did you first think that somebody was following you?
When I turned left off Oak Ridge Highway onto Shaw Road.
And so what kind of vehicle was that?
I'm not sure. It was a dark colored car. I'm not sure.
So you think a dark colored car was
Yes,
following
sir.
at that time?
Yes, sir.
But you go straight on home.
Yeah, but I went through the alley, and when I went through the alley, nobody was behind me, so I didn't think nothing of it.
So when did you, so this dark colored car that you thought was following you, when did you not see it following you?
When we stopped at the red light on Callahan, they weren't behind me.
Callahan, like Callahan Clinic?
Central.
At Central?
Callahan and Central by the Rifles.
So right there by the Rifles and I guess a couple of restaurants and stuff that you didn't see it anymore at that point?
Where Asian Cafe used to be, correct.
So you didn't see the car anymore at that point?
Correct.
And you go on to your house.
Correct.
And you said you go through an alley. So you park.
There's an alley in between the neighbor's house where you took Gavin and the other house.
So do you park behind the house?
No, I can't park behind my house.
But so you go through the alley.
And then I just pulled into my driveway where my car is
And then
now.
you just come on and pull into your driveway.
Correct.
Right.
And then Destiny went in, and then, like I said, first I had to unlock the door, so me and Destiny went to the door, and I unlocked the door, and then I came back out, and I got Gavin, because he didn't have no shoes on, and then I came back out, and I got my purse, and turned on Netflix for her, and Gavin was sitting right beside me, and I was asking him, what else do you want me to fix? Because the roast and the carrots are done. And the next thing I know, the screen door was closed, but the, whatever you want to call it, the big door was open. And I didn't even hear it open because the TV in the living room was on also, in the other living room.
And so when you get home, you said nobody else lives with you?
No, sir. No.
Nobody, you don't have either of the kids' dad or male friend that spends the night some. So
I mean, yes, I do.
Which school was that?
His name is Daniel.
Daniel
Hensley.
Hensley. Okay. You didn't tell me about him earlier when I asked you.
No, I mean, we just started talking, like, he may have spent the night like 3 times in like a month.
Okay. So, but.
And then he didn't stay there last night, he didn't stay there the night before, none of that.
So you get home with you three there. You got Netflix on. You're sitting there talking to them about what they want to eat. And you say,
The rest of the vegetables, yes.
somebody just comes through the door.
Right.
Doesn't say anything.
Nothing.
And just shoots.
Yes, one time.
And so you said she's laying on the couch.
Correct.
So would Gabby be sitting like at her head or at her feet?
He was like beside me.
Where were you and like?
There's like a footstool thing, and I was sitting right.
So maybe she like.
So she's laying right here,
Mhm.
the footstool's right here,
Okay.
I'm right here, he's right here.
So Gabby's kind of more at her feet, I would say.
Correct.
Her head's this way, and her feet would be.
No, her head was this way. Her head was this way, towards the door.
But Gabby wasn't at the end towards her head, is what you're telling me.
Gavin was at the end.
So he's over here.
He was on this side of me. She was laying towards. Her head was laying towards the front door.
So she's laying this way, kind of her body's facing north.
He was facing towards the door.
Front door.
Correct. Correct. And she had her head on the pillow.
And this person comes in, don't say anything.
Don't say anything. And it was like me and her was this far apart. And shot. And then when he shot, it was like his eyes got big. Because, I mean, she instantly started bleeding. And, like, she just went out of it. And I just don't feel like it was meant for her.
Where was he standing when he shot?
He was probably about a foot away from the footstool thing, whatever.
So he's close to you.
Yes.
Then there's no way that he could have hit from you. He's a foot away from
I mean,
you.
I would say a foot. He was like, will you see where the door was?
Yes, ma'am.
I would say probably from here to you.
There's still no way.
There's no
way.
Yeah.
There's just no way. If you're there and she's
I
there.
was shoot my baby.
Well, that's what we're trying to piece this thing together to figure out. You said that once he shot, he just turned around and went out the door?
His eyes got big, like he paused for a second. Like, yeah, he didn't walk out the door, he ran.
So you saw this guy?
Yes.
You probably got a good look at him, right?
Yes.
Okay, Detective Riddle, at this point in time, obviously you've not seen and reviewed at this point in time when this interview is going on the recording from the neighbor. Is that correct?
No officers are stood out doing the neighborhood canvas.
Okay, and so now that
She's emotional.
You have reviewed that. Is this story that she's told about her coming in with Destiny and then going back out and getting Gavin and then come back in and then going back out and getting her purse, this person coming in and the person running out, is that consistent with what you see in that video?
No.
Black shirt, and I think he had on blue jean shorts, but I'm not sure. He didn't have no hat on, no nothing. He was dark skinned.
When you say dark, do you mean like
Darker than me.
darker than me? Okay, so darker than me. But how tall was he?
About my height.
How tall are you?
5'5".
What kind of how was his hair?
It was short, like it was
Was
short.
like that?
He didn't have a hat on, anything.
Yeah, anything that like stood out, like do you have tattoos?
I wasn't paying attention. I'm like, why am I stick my baby in?
And so after he runs out the door, you say you think you see a black car
Correct.
drive by. And what do you do at this point?
I got the towel and I put it on her, and then I was looking for my phone and I remembered it. It was on the first living room couch.
Mm-hmm.
And I went in there and I got it and I called 911. And I just kept pushing the towel on her.
Was she talking to you or anything?
And I kept on trying to talk to her and she wouldn't say nothing.
Do you remember how many shots you heard?
Just one.
Just one shot. Do you think she saw the guy? Maybe she tried to put her hands up or something? Or anything you remember?
I don't know. It was so fast. Like it happened like 10 seconds total.
Right. Well, let's split some things up. So first you said that you left the door open. Is that something you do all the time?
No.
So you usually don't leave the door open.
I mean, I do, but like I wasn't thinking about that. I was thinking about him eating.
Because you said first that the door was left open because your purse was still there.
Right, it was, yeah.
But then when you just started telling me, you said that.
I had already went and got my purse though.
And you still left the door open after you already went and got your purse.
Right.
Why was that?
Just trying to get him to eat. She kept on saying she was hungry.
You were maybe waiting for somebody to come see his husband showing up?
No.
So what's the deal with her dad? If you're not with her and some other guy's coming over, what's the deal with Destiny's dad?
He got an aggravated assault charge. He's the reason why I don't have my son, because he beat me to the point where I was unconscious, and the house that we lived in, he strangled me, and the door was open where it was a glass door, and he was paid $1,600 a month where we lived, and I guess the neighbors started arguing because the police showed up, and I was unconscious, and he was pouring water on my face. So we really don't get along at all. He just don't want to pay child support, so therefore he gives me money, basically. So, but people, like, he don't know a lot of people around here, so like I turn him on to people or let him meet people.
You middleman for him, because you said people text you trying to get weed.
Mm-hmm.
So you do have some contact with him.
Yes. Oh yeah. But I mean, we just, and that's the thing, we just got an argument 2 days ago because I was supposed to be getting a settlement from where I got raped. Mm-hmm. And he's been trying to get back with me, but he's a narcissist big time. Like, he wants to control me. He shows up at my house unannounced. And he had called me a bitch for some reason. And I got mad at him and I was like, you're not going to call me a bitch to my face.
I wonder why he called her a bitch.
Because I'm just tired. I mean, I miss my son. Like, his dad won't even let me.
And just so that we're clear, the son that she's talking about now is not Gavin. Is that correct?
No, it's not.
She's talking about an additional child that she doesn't have
I believe
custody
it was an
of.
older child.
Yes. And so, I mean, we've always had a lot of animosity, but because of the rape, I don't really let my kids out of my sight, so I don't want to put Gavin in daycare, so I just basically, and then his dad just is out of the picture completely.
So you stay at my mom. So when Destiny's dad's name is Antoine, right?
Yes.
When he gets to see her, does he come around there? Or?
He comes to the house sometimes, or last weekend he took her. That was the first time he took her in a long time, and normally he comes to the house and just sits and tries to play family.
How often does he come see you?
Well, they were going to National Fitness. If she, they have this point system on at the school, and if she gets 80%, then he'll take her to National Fitness, and they have these classes that she can do, like karate and ballet and gymnastics. And so he would take her to that and then bring her back to his house. And he tried to get me to go, but I wouldn't let her go.
Because I saw some reports you and him have had a pretty...
Yes, he's very violent, yes. Extremely violent.
And you hadn't seen him today?
No. I seen him. I talked to him today, and actually Destiny had called him, but she had a bad day at school. Guess what is today?
Saturday.
Yeah, she had a bad day at school on Friday. She was in the principal's office for 2 hours because she had poked some little girl or something, and she was walking slowly and holding up the class line, or they were late to lunch, and she's scared of him, so she didn't want to talk to him, but he had called.
Oh, her dad?
Yes, and she didn't want to talk to him today, and he asked her what she did at school, and she said she was bad, and she ran off, and when she ran off, I was like, she don't want to talk to you. I was like, she's scared of you, and he was like, fuck you, I don't want to talk to you because of what had happened yesterday. I told you, he came to my house, and dropped her off because he...
Okay, so to be clear, in this initial relaying of events, she says that Antoine was not at the house on September 14th of 2019. Is that correct?
Those are her words.
Because on Thursday she had a good day, but the guy Kelly that I told you, me and him went out to eat with Gavin at the food truck place on Central Avenue, and it was like he was watching.
Can we pause that for a second? I don't want to have the jury misled. She didn't say in this video that he was there on the 14th. She says he called on the 14th and talked to Destiny on the phone, and I just don't want the jury to be confused and call this a lie.
That's what I said.
Ladies and gentlemen, the beauty of your role in this function is you are the ultimate judges of facts, and you judge what the facts are, not what either one of the lawyers tell you they are. Keep playing the video.
So just to make sure it's clear, she told you that Antoine was not there on the day that her child was killed, correct?
Those were her words.
All right, keep playing the video.
Right when we pulled up.
And Antoine pulled up.
Yes, and he came beating on the door like he was the damn Pauline.
Okay, I'm going to back this up so it doesn't get confusing.
But he had called.
Oh, her dad?
Yes, and she didn't want to talk to him today, and he asked her what she did at school, and she said she was bad, and she ran off, and when she ran off, I was like, she don't want to talk to you. I was like, she's scared of you, and he was like, fuck you, I don't want to talk to you because of what had happened yesterday. I told you, you came to my house, and dropped her off because he had her, because it was National Fitness, because on Thursday she had a good day. But the guy Kelly that I told you, me and him went out to eat with Gavin at the food truck place on Central Avenue, and it was like he was watching, I feel like, because he pulled up right when we pulled up.
And Antoine pulled up.
Yes, and he came beating on the door like he was the damn Pauline.
So why is she afraid of him though?
I really don't know, because he's seen her be very cruel to me. It's talked back to me.
So
And then today when he was on the phone with her, she was like, I don't want to talk to him. And I was like, Antoine, she's scared of you. And I told her, I said, baby, you don't have to be scared of your daddy. You don't have to be scared because you had a bad day at school. Because at the end of the day, that's your daddy and he still loves you and he's not going to do anything to you. And she still refused to talk to him. So then he was like, started making it about me. He was like, you're nothing but a whore. I can't believe you had Callie over there. But I've known Callie for like 10 years, longer than I've known Antoine.
This is the Daniel Hensley guy?
Yes.
Callie?
Yes, he's from California. And so And I was like, what's the problem? And so him and Kylie got into it because he was like, she's nothing but a whore. I got pictures of her sucking my dick, blah, 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 this, which is, it could have been true, but it's like, years ago, like 4 years ago, I'd say she was about to be sick. So, like, he was like, she's a whore, blah, 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 all this. And like, they got to tussling.
Just yesterday?
Yes, they got to tussling.
At the food truck?
No, at my house, and he brought her home. And Callie had took her and put her in her bedroom. And whenever that happened, he came back outside because Antoine was like, fuck you, bitch, you ain't nothing but a whore, blah, 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 like I said. And they got to tussle because he's like, you're not going to be disrespectful like that. You shouldn't be saying this in front of her daughter or her son. You know, that's not right. She has to live here. When you do this at your house, and like Antoine kind of put his hands on him. They didn't really hit each other, but they kind of put their hands on each other, and I pulled them back. And then Callie made the statement. He was like, well, if she's a hoe, I guess she's my hoe now, or something to that effect. And Antoine went and got in the car, and he tried to back up and get me. That's why my phone was messed up.
What was he driving yesterday?
His GMC, I guess it's a Yukon. It's black.
How do you think he's going to respond to this, to find out about this?
I mean, I'm sure it's going to be hard because it's his daughter. He's only got 2 kids, and his son's 12, so.
Do you think he'd ever do anything to try to hurt Destiny?
I can't really answer that because I'm not around. I mean, he won't even let me know where he lives. And she's scared of him.
So tell me this. So this situation that you're saying happened yesterday, or that possibly happened today?
What do you mean?
Them getting into it. Could that possibly took place today?
I don't
Not yesterday. Them getting into it at your house. Could that possibly
No,
happen
it was
today?
Friday.
You're positive it was yesterday?
Yes.
They didn't get into it today.
No. Callie hadn't even been there. I didn't see him all last night after he left. When Antoine left, he left right after him.
Was he supposed to be coming over there today? See you or anything?
Who? Antoine? No.
Well, Antoine just show up at your house.
Yes, he does.
Well, you think he would just show up mad at you?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And maybe try to do something to you and just so happen that it was Destiny? And could that possibly be what might have happened tonight?
I know it wasn't Antoine. I can promise you it wasn't Antoine, but I mean, he's selling drugs. People are going to do whatever for him. That's one thing I can't say.
So you think that maybe he could have got somebody to come over there and do that? But you don't think it would have been him?
Right. I know it wasn't him. I've seen this man face to face. I know it wasn't him.
Okay, so again, at this point in her relaying information to you, she's adamant that Antoine was not at the house when Destiny was killed. Is that correct?
That's what she spoke to me about. He was not there.
What is the line on
I think it's probably on his screen.
The screen is malfunctioning.
And I'm not touching it. I don't know what's going on with it.
I suspect if you shake
If you
it.
hit the back button, it should. Not lean over you. I'm sorry. Sorry.
James Crumley hasn't paid his attorney? Oh boy.
Well, there's still some more stuff that we got that's not making sense, right? Because you're saying you know it wasn't him, you don't know who this guy, but you don't know who the guy was.
Right.
Okay? And you're saying that it was one shot, and that could be possible, I don't know. But it's still not explaining why we're not finding any bullets there at the house, right?
Were they inside of her?
No. There were no bullets inside of her, right? So
Well, they have to be there.
that would mean that it would have to be somewhere at the house, in the couch. If she's laying on the couch, and
Right.
she shot on the couch, it would be,
Right.
we didn't find them. There's not any bullet holes in that couch, right?
All right, now, Detective Riddle, at this point in time, nobody's recovered bullets from from the home. Is that correct?
No, I believe we're getting relayed information from forensics.
Okay. Now, at some point in time, did you receive information that there was, in fact, a bullet in maybe the pillow or the couch or something of that nature?
Yes, I did.
Okay. But you've not received that information at this point in the interview, is that
As
correct?
of this point, no.
So that's not adding up. This is 1 + 1 = 2, right? So you tell her she's on the couch, she got shot.
Right.
It don't add up to that. Is this, and I don't know, maybe you're scared, so maybe you're forgetting something or you're changing a little bit, but did this happen at the house?
Oh, yeah.
It happened at the house.
Yes, it was right there. We were sitting right there. She was laying there watching Netflix. Gavin was right beside me. We were talking about what she was going to eat. The dude came in the door and shot, and that was it.
He's been to the hospital, and what he's trying to tell you is he saw the trajectory of her wound through her person. And it would indicate to him that she's been shot through and through, right? It looked pretty strong. And on the autopsy, they'll stick the rod in her and let her know that that's the trajectory. Would it indicate to you that she was shot at he was over? Okay. If that's the scenario, then there would be a bullet or a hole in that couch going into your floor. And we're telling you it's not. We're not making it up. We're telling you that we cannot find a hole in that couch. She doesn't have a bullet in her, and it just don't disappear.
Right. I mean, I understand that completely.
And we don't think she shot. We think she shot more than once.
I only heard one gunshot.
Well, I mean, that could be. We're not saying
It could
be.
But that's why I was asking you, maybe she put her hands up or something.
That's why I come back here and ask you about the couch.
Right. Oh, yeah, you can take the
Well, this is, and nobody's saying you're lying. This ain't adding up. It's not
I
making
understand.
sense.
I understand.
And you're sure it's a black car?
I'm not 100% sure, but yes.
Because there could be a difference between black and other colors.
Right. I mean, I didn't get up and just go out and look like I told you.
No, because I think I question you because it's a pretty long distance. I don't know how you could assume it's a black car
Right.
when you're at least 25 or 30 yards away from that, and
Right.
that small little front door. So, I mean, were you assuming?
No, I wasn't assuming, but that's what I thought that I seen.
And usually in our job, in our profession, there's usually a motive. Like if someone comes in your house and there's a problem with you, bad guys are bad guys. They can be shitheads, but most bad guys have a heart. They're not going to shoot a little kid. They're going to shoot you if you're the target. Or if they're going to rob you, they're going to say, I want your shit. He didn't say nothing. Just shoot your little girl.
That's why I'm thinking that there's something you may tell
No,
us.
I swear to God.
You've already told us you're scared. You mentioned it right off the bat.
Yeah,
You're
because,
scared.
I mean, I got raped by a police officer.
Honey, we're not.
Listen, that ain't us,
I
right?
understand that.
We ain't always in their bad seats everywhere, right? I hate that happens to you. We're here trying to help you. We want to help you out in this situation.
Yes, I want you to look like you're in jail.
And we need you to help us because, like I said, it's not adding up. People don't shoot you.
Well,
They don't do that. That's a different kind of evil if somebody just
that's why I feel like it was meant for me.
But
There's no
what you're
way.
telling us, there's no way.
There's no way.
There's no way somebody's that close and misses you and it's like that.
I mean, it's almost like it's been vindictive, which could be a domestic violence issue. I can't have you, so I'm going to take somebody else close.
I'm just straight up with you. I feel like it's her dad. And I feel like you don't want to tell us that. I feel like he's pissed off about all this stuff that's going on. You won't let him see her. She's scared of him. I feel like he came in there, pissed off, and he did, and you scared to say something because you know it's going to be the same thing that's been going on in the past. I feel like that's exactly what's it, and you don't want to say it because you're scared.
I think you are too. I think he's sitting down on the head. I don't think he intended to kill the little girl. I think he was going to shoot and scare the hell out of you. And that's why you said, he said, oh shit, I've shot my
That's why
baby.
you guys got big and you turn left. I'm telling you, I'm not.
You're right. Okay, you're right. Okay, all right.
See, you got
I tell you, my heart the whole time. You gotta tell me. Listen.
No, man.
Listen to me.
Daughter,
Listen to
too.
me. Listen. She is your baby. She is your baby. We don't. If he is evil enough to do something like this, we don't care about him right now. If he didn't care about his daughter to do her, why are you caring about her? You need to be trying to make sure we get her justice, and like you said, put this motherfucker in jail. He's pissed at you over this whole Kelly situation.
You're right.
He's pissed that she's mad at him. He comes in there and he shoots his back.
That's not man.
You're right. Okay, I'm bad and I can't do it.
No, you've done the right thing.
We need to get you to the family so we can get you to the junior somewhere, okay?
I just want my baby.
I told you about the hospital, but we can't, that right now is...
That's what I'm not gonna be. That's what I'm
that. We'll do that, okay?
Just see, that's another thing.
Well,
He got mad because I had Gavin, because the guy that I had Gavin with, I was with before him, and then I got with him after him, and he made me put my hands on the Bible and promise him that I would never mess with him no more. I mean, this dude used to nail the windows shut on me and Destiny and had locks on his house, and we lived together to where we couldn't get out without a key.
This guy's fixing to say this.
So tell me the truth. So he blamed the king that he did that tonight, didn't he? It wasn't meant for you. It was meant for Destiny.
I think like you said, he was more
I
scared.
think he went scared and he shot her and it fucked him up. And he don't drive a black. He drives a white one.
He tries to wipe you home.
I don't know. He goes to the POW auction behind Walmart, put my weight and buys cars.
We're pretty certain it's white.
But you know
And he had him.
I don't know.
Because we've got witness.
what was he wearing?
He had on a black shirt. And do you have a black hat on?
Did he say anything to you? Did you ever see him when you first got home?
No.
You think he might have been, you think he really was following you?
I think that he was just watching.
I think you're right. I think the video is going to tell us that he was probably sitting, watching and waiting for you to come home. We knew this is domestic. And we figured the whole time that you're scared. We understand it. We just don't want you to lie to us. You know what's more than, you're okay. You're okay.
You lost the baby. Come on.
Okay, Detective Riddle, can you kind of explain to the jury a little bit about the emotions that are going on with you and the officers and Miss Howington in the room?
I'm going to speak for myself. I'm frustrated just by the numerous untruths that are being told. We go in the direction because we felt like a motive. This is just not a normal shooting. So we have a database at the Knoxville Police Department. We just pull Antoine Oliver's name out of a database. There's the database that has Antoine abusing Miss Howington. So that's why we're assuming there's more to this story than just some random black guy coming in and shooting this 5-year-old little girl. So we're trying to get this. You see how hard it is for us to get the truth out of her. We're trying to get more out of her.
Okay, so at this point in time, whenever she says that it's Anton that came in and shot the little girl, do you believe that to be a true story as you're sitting there?
As I'm sitting there, yes, I'm kind of excited, but we got some steps we're gonna.
It's kind of interesting to have like the interrogation, but also the officers like the play-by-play a little bit, kind of explaining things. This is a pretty long interrogation. I didn't know I was getting myself into because at the time this live stream was still live, and I wonder if it's almost like 2 interrogations or is it just one. Let me see. Hold on. They're actually wearing different clothes, so it looks like it might be 2 interrogations. If anything, but this will keep going. If it gets like too long, we'll split it. At some point, it looks like there's another interrogation. Other news, real quick, to kind of sidestep. So I saw this pop up, but well, actually, Wilson sent me this. I'm about to tweet it out, but with regards to Madeline Soto, which this is really not really surprising after we read the affidavit, but there's an article that's saying she was abused for nearly 2 years before her disappearance. I don't know what was going on in that household. The affidavit was very disturbing. And you know, I've heard people say that, you know, things can happen in a house and you don't know. I guess it's possible. People don't know. I don't know. I don't know the psychology behind that. You know, I don't know if the kid's afraid. Did he threaten her? I don't know what kind of shift mom work. Whatever. I'm assuming she didn't tell mom, I guess. Something about that whole thing was weird. I still think something's kind of weird with the mother. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. And again, maybe it was a little bit visual, but also the things that she said and then the timeline. So, and it's based on videos and photographs. And we talked about the affidavit and we talked about what was found on there. It was so graphic. It was bad. It was really, really bad. So I don't know. I hope that this girl didn't tell the mother and the mother didn't take her serious. You know, I'm trying to get the benefit of the doubt and just, I guess mom didn't know. Because I have heard of situations where kids tell their parents and parents don't believe them. So I hope that's not the case with this situation. Because if it is the case, I think the mother should be arrested too. If that's the case, I don't know. We have to wait and see. They're doing an investigation. Cops said they're looking into everything. You know, but the guy, he's locked up. It's just sad to see stuff like this. You know, it's just horrible. I don't know. And another situation where it's a boyfriend or whatever, you know? And the guy had pictures and videos in his phone. How crazy and sick is that? Right? So, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. And I hope they do a thorough investigation. And I don't know, we keep covering the same thing over and over and over and over. And it's like you think and hope that, like, okay, we were talking about these stories, and so we'll spread awareness, and people will be, you know, whatever. But, I mean, I don't know. I've never been in that situation. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. So, if they come up with more stuff, I'm probably going to clip that. If they come up with more stuff, we'll talk about it. Because honestly, I'm waiting for more updates. I don't feel like that's the end of that story. I'm just kind of waiting.
Go through the process of getting a warrant.
Okay, and so just so that the jury's clear where we're headed, this is not the story that she's going to stick to, though, is it?
Oh, heavens, no.
This is all you need right now, okay? We're trying to help you. We ain't the bad guys, right? We want to help you. Thank you for finally coming and telling us the truth, okay? Did you, after this whole thing happened, did you call us? You contacted us?
No.
You didn't call? Did you call anybody?
I called Kelly.
You called Kelly. Did you tell him what you said? You think he'll talk to us?
It'd be good.
He will. He's so sweet too. And he's on probation.
What did we just tell you? What did we just tell you?
We know you tried to destroy your phone. We don't give a
You
shit.
don't care about Liddy? How many times have I tell you that? I don't care about that.
I mean, he might come and talk to you and tell you that him and Antoine got into it.
That's all, yeah. If he can tell us that, he can tell us that, yeah, you called me, told me whatever. Afterwards, that's wonderful. We'll do this probation. I'll tell the probation officer, hey, he's helping us so he ain't in no trouble. We're not in here trying to just hem folks up. But if folks do bad stuff like shoot their own child, that's the people we trying to hem up. Those are the people we trying to put in jail for the rest of their life.
I can't believe the baby is gone, John.
I can't imagine how I feel at this point. But I'm telling you, you need some family or somebody right now. You don't need to be by yourself.
I really personally think we play to put you in a room somewhere. We'll try to get somebody from special crimes to get you some help. We'll get you in a room. You don't need to be at that house, because this guy's done something bad. He may do something worse. I don't know how it could be any worse than what he done.
I'm trying to scare you. You don't need to be by yourself. You don't need to be at home right now.
And you've told us the whole truth.
You promise when he comes in that door, he doesn't say anything.
He didn't say nothing.
Did you say, what the hell are you doing? Did you say anything?
I didn't even recognize he was there until the gun went off.
What kind of gun was it?
I don't know. It was black. That's all I know.
It looked like a semi-automatic or a revolver.
I don't even know. I don't know anything about that.
Did it kind of look like the ones we carry, or did it have the ones that had like a little round cylinder on it?
What do you mean by around the cylinder? Let me see that one and I'll tell you.
Well, I can't take it out.
It's a semi-automatic.
It's like it's got, you put the magazine in like that.
You know?
I don't know.
Or did it look like, you ever seen like in a movie people play like Russian roulette and stuff, and they take the gun and they put a bullet in and spin it around?
No.
That's how it said it didn't look like that.
No.
So it kind of looked like something like this, more
Smaller.
smaller, kind of like this. Have you ever seen them with it before?
No.
You've ever seen them with guns before?
Have you spoken with him by phone today? And okay, the reason I want to say this, and I promise you, we're not going to lie to you. It is pivotal, and I'm going to tell you this from the prosecution standpoint. It's pivotal that we look into your phone, because that's what they consider exculpatory evidence. We would like to see if y'all are arguing. If you are, that's fine.
No, it was on the phone call.
Oh.
And this lady very much reminds me of Letitia Stalk with all the different stories.
All right, so Detective Riddle, at this point in time, you're making or moving toward the decision to charge Antoine with a homicide in this case. Is that correct?
Correct.
We would still like to see your phone record. And I promise you, you've got to be able to trust me. Okay, I don't care. I told you, if you sold 10 pounds of weed, I don't give a shit. It would be good if we could download your phone. We deal with this all the time. I promise you, we're not going to touch you. I don't care. We're here for your dollar, and we're here for you.
The last thing we want to do is put you in jail.
What do you mean by that was my phone?
We like to download your phone, to look at your call log, to look if there's any messages. If you've got
We
messages.
don't have any messages.
Okay.
You haven't messaged me.
All that you do is verify your story. That's all we're doing. That's all we're doing. And defense attorneys, this is what they're going to do. They're going to attack you. They're going to attack that phone because we didn't do our job. Trust me, I know how it works. You got to trust me. I promise you.
The last thing we want to do is take a mother and just watch her daughter die and put her in jail. We don't want to do that. That's not what we're here for.
You've got a 2-year-old son that witnessed this, and it's terrible.
That's what we want. We want to get you back to him and get you somewhere safe. And we want to go out there and be looking for Antoine. Because he's going to ask for this.
We're going to make a lineup. I want you to get around the lineup, okay? Make sure we got the right guy. And we're going to put a warrant on him. First-degree murder.
It's the one I showed you.
Yes, sir.
We're going to still show you a lineup, all right?
Yes, sir.
Let us go try to see if we can get somebody so we can put you up tonight and get you and Gavin somewhere safe.
Indeed. Trust
And if that mother, like they said in the chat, been dating that guy for 2 years, so the entire time, basically, doing what he was doing to that girl, I don't know how some people have so much faith in the person that they're with to like leave their kid with them in prolonged periods of time like that. I don't know, man. That's just
And we've come across, I've been an asshole now, I apologize. I know you're having a hard time.
I'm going to tell you about he's an asshole. We take this stuff serious.
No, I'm angry.
Serious.
I'm angry.
This ain't this. We don't just.
This is our baby, so just imagine how I feel.
Well, and you gotta understand, it's your baby, and we want the truth from you, and you want to give us the truth, so that aggravates us.
But you're scared.
But we understand, like I said, I went and I saw where y'all, you and him have had it out. Y'all had it out for a while, since about 2012, 14 or something.
He's the reason why I lost my son.
And when I saw that, I figured, I said, this is. It's a little bit more.
It's just, I can't comprehend it because I can't imagine hurting my kids. And you can't imagine hurting other kids. I mean, if you've got a problem with your girlfriend or baby mama, move on. That's your kid. That's with you forever.
We'll be back in just a second, okay? You need something to drink? Good. So.
Okay. You want to coke or anything? Okay.
All right, so at this point, when you and Detective Wardlaw leave the room, what are you all going to do?
We are, I don't know if it's me or him, but we made a photo lineup of Antoine Oliver, who's the father of Destiny Oliver. Not only that, but we're corresponding with officers on the scene still.
We ask you, do you recognize the document that I'm handing you?
Yes, it's the black and white photo lineup that I made of Antoine Oliver.
Okay, if we could make this exhibit number
17.
17.
No objection.
Let it be marked in file as 17.
And can you explain to the jury just briefly what you mean when you say photo lineup?
Well, generally, in the rule of thumb is you want to make a six-person lineup, make them very close as possible. In this case, she knew Antoine Oliver. She ID'd him, but we want to make sure we got the right Antoine Oliver. So we made 6 photos, and we put Antoine in a photo, and she was able to identify him as number 3 in the photo.
Okay, so she actually circled this is the person she's saying shot her child in this recitation of what happened.
Correct.
Can you publish this to the jury?
You may.
Are you and Detective Wardlow doing anything else while you're out of the room at this point?
Yeah. Not only with that, I think we continue to look at the database as the reports, getting a picture of the violence with Antoine toward her. And I believe we're also, like I said, we were corresponding with officers on scene about video.
Or if we could resume with Exhibit 15.
I'm sorry.
If I can resume with this.
You may.
Actually, let me delete again whatever this is.
I'm not
I know
touching
you're
it.
not touching it. I know you're not touching it.
I don't need it if you want. I can just view that up there.
I don't know how to unhook this from that because that's how the system's set up.
What's wrong?
Can't see what's wrong. Okay, let me check it.
Take a look at this.
Mama.
And I really don't want to consent to the phone stuff either. Just for my personal protection.
Okay.
That's fine.
Thank you.
Well, we'll keep it. We'll have the right search warrant. We still keep it. We're still gonna go in. We're just gonna have to do a search warrant. Just more work on our part.
Okay, Detective Riddle, so the defendant in this case has indicated that she does not want to consent to have you all look at her phone. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, so at this point in time, do you all know about the text message that she sent to Joe Key that says that Gavin shot Destiny?
No.
Okay, Bob. Here, I'm gonna show you 6 pictures. You tell me the person. You tell me the person, and you circle the person that shot and killed your daughter. here. Initial right here for me, please. That's indicating you said photo number 3, right? You just put your initial right here. And I think signature right here.
Hey, so tell me this. You said it looked like it was like a gun like this. So that's a...
There's a bunch of weird stuff going on. I'm like trying, the ADD. The plan for this live stream, because I want to keep things open today, we're gonna watch the first interrogation, and then it goes for a bit. I think like an hour more maybe, and then they stop. And then we'll do a part 2 to watch the rest. I don't even think they finished today, actually. They finished? I don't think they finished. If people are still interested, we do part 2. The Sebastian thing is pretty interesting, too, because there's this woman that, a convicted person, deceived search efforts for autistic teen Sebastian Rogers. They got a mugshot. And shocking revelation, a convicted felon with a history of reckless behavior, including a 2021 incident in which she was arrested after bringing a loaded gun into elementary school, is actively deceiving the search efforts for missing autistic teen who mysteriously vanished. On February 25th, they say Matt vanished on February 25th. It was 26th. They say after 9 p.m. Now faces the grave threat of having his search efforts compromised by this person's deceitful actions. Unbeknownst to the committee, Foster has been operating under a false facade, considering her troubled past and leveraging her position within the search operation to spread lies and misinformation to her group, which consists of 6,000 members. With cunning confidence that she manipulates the genuine intentions of volunteers, leading them astray with false promises and baseless claims. I don't know. We'll check this out. I don't know anything about this, allegedly. She's, I guess, been leading search efforts, apparently. Trespass on private property with horseback while carrying firearms. She claims to have authoritative permission. Her delusional obsession with finding Sebastian blinds her. I don't know who's this article by either. Maybe we'll, on the next update, we'll talk about that, I guess. Next Sebastian update.
Semi-automatic, so another shoe they shoot at was called a casing, right? So it should have been at least one of those found. You remember seeing one of those?
You know what a casing is?
No, sir.
That's this part of the bullet. That's the bullet. That's the casing. That's what spits it out. So you didn't see any of those?
Well, I think my baby is like the messiest baby in the world, so he could have very well picked it up. I don't know. Because he was there with her and around her and without her, and he go get my phone in the living room.
Did you want a gun? Ever had a gun?
All right, so here, when Detective Wardlow said, "Do you own a gun?" what did she do with her head?
She nodded no.
That's true, though.
That a gun was found outside the house? That would surprise you.
So at this point, have you all received information that there is a gun that was outside the house?
We have video.
And had the officers actually found that gun
Effa.
outside the house?
Yes.
Yes, it was. I was scared.
So what do you mean? I don't understand what you're saying.
Like, I have nightmares of this police officer coming to kill me.
So, like, you keep talking about the incident. Like, what's the deal with that?
Because it bothers me.
Like, did it happen here or somewhere else? Or?
It happened in Sullivan County. At Linfield.
Okay, Kingsford.
Yeah.
How long ago was this?
It was March 21st, 2018.
And he was prosecuted.
He's about to be rape, assault, and inclined to a TBI agent.
So, but I asked you about if a gun outside your house, and you said I was scared. Like, I don't understand that answer.
Yeah, I was scared that he's going to come and try to kill me.
So you have a gun?
You have a gun? What kind of gun?
You have?
I don't even know. A friend of mine gave it to me. It's not even really my gun, it's his. He just basically leaves it there, so.
Is it somewhere in the house?
I'm sorry?
Is it somewhere in your house right now?
No.
Where's it at?
Wherever he put it.
Is it the one that was found inside your house?
I guess if that's where he put it.
Who's your friend that would put it there?
Copy.
So to be clear, Detective Riddle, at this point in time, Miss Howington says there may be a gun outside her house, but that Callie put the gun outside her house?
That's what I took it as being.
And who is Callie for the jury?
Callie is Daniel Hensley, a guy that she was dating.
Is this the story she's going to stick with?
No.
When did you put it there?
I'm not sure. He was supposed to put it in his storage.
In the storage? Where's the storage?
I have no idea. I'm here somewhere.
Oh, I thought you said your storage.
No.
Okay. So you think that maybe Gavin might have picked up the casing? What would he have did with it? Because it was.
There's no telling. I'm not 100% sure that he did.
Because it's not lined up that there's no bullet, and there should be a bullet, and there's no casing if it's a semi-automatic, right?
I mean, I don't know. I don't have a clue what kind of gun. I don't know.
Well, you said it wasn't one like people play Russian roulette with, so that means that it's.
I mean, I'm not 100% sure. No.
So when you got home, you sure nobody was at your house when you pulled up? Nobody was already there?
No.
Detective Riddle, is that consistent with what you saw in the video when she says there was nobody there when she pulled up?
What you saw in the video was a car there waiting, and then she pulls up.
At any point did you go back outside and move your car?
Yes.
Okay, when did that happen?
After I turned the Netflix on for the kids.
Okay, why'd you move it?
Because I always park in the same place so that the mailman can get to the mailbox.
And that's before your baby was shot.
Correct.
And did you see another car outside when you went to move yours?
A white Chrysler.
Okay. Who was that?
Yes.
It was Antoine. So was Antoine already there when you got there?
Yes.
He was already at your house when you got there? Inside or outside?
Outside.
Waiting on
And
it.
I didn't know that he was going to get there.
Okay, so why didn't you tell us that earlier?
Because, I mean, this is his daughter, too. I know that he killed her, but I just don't feel like he did it on purpose. I feel like he was trying to kill me.
So he was already there. What happens?
He tried to talk. He came in the house. And when he came in the house, I told him I didn't want to talk to him. And he went back outside the house.
Okay. Then what happened?
Till he came back in.
He brought a gun back in with him.
Yes.
Is this story consistent with what you see in the video of somebody coming in, going back out, and then coming back in?
No.
So this gun that Callie gave you, how long you had it?
Not very long.
And it was in the house tonight?
No.
That gun never was in the house tonight.
So, with that being said, if we told you there was a gun found outside, and we want to make sure that it's not the gun you said Callie gave you, would you mind giving us DNA so we can make sure it's not?
I don't understand what you're saying.
So there was a gun found outside.
Right.
You said Callie gave you the gun at some point.
Right.
We want to make sure that that's not the gun that Callie gave you. The way we do that is DNA. You mind giving us your DNA so we can make sure that's not the gun?
I'm saying Callie did give me that gun. Yeah.
I know that.
Okay.
And you're saying you don't know where that gun is at now.
Correct.
Right. But there was a gun outside your house.
Correct.
So to make sure that that's not the same gun that Callie gave you, we'll run your DNA against the DNA found on that gun. Do you mind if we get DNA so we can do that?
I guess it is the gun that Callie gave me, yeah. He told me he put it outside. He was supposed to put it in storage.
So it'd be his DNA on it, not yours, right?
Should be, yeah.
Okay,
But
that's
I've
what-
never touched it before. I'm not gonna lie to you.
So do you care if we get your DNA to make sure?
Sure.
So we can have your DNA so we can run it and make sure it's not.
I mean, my DNA's gonna be on there. You don't have to worry about it.
That's okay, just prove your side of the story.
Okay.
That's all we're trying to do. Because we want to cross our T's and dot our I's. Because if we don't do certain stuff, then they'll say we didn't do our
see.
stuff.
Right.
All right. So why did he give you the gun?
Because when he slept there, he woke me up in my sleep and said that I was having nightmares, and he asked me what it was, and I told him that I had nightmares with a police officer was going to come and kill me.
So it wasn't for Antoine's because you thought that officer.
I mean, it was for Antoine too.
Tell me this. Could possibly you and Antoine got into it today, and you had a gun trying to scare him, and you shot him upstate?
No.
That didn't happen.
That did not happen.
That didn't happen. So you're positive it was him.
For me, I think. I don't know if it's picking up all the words, but
I just can't believe that he would do this. I mean, my daughter is begging. Like, I really feel like he was trying to kill me.
maybe it's not picking up all the words.
Because he keeps on saying, he just kept on saying, it needs to be with me anyway. She needs to live with me. She don't need to live with you. All this. And kept on trying to tell me that she always says that when she's with him, she don't want to come home. And she never spoke that to me. Like, there's been times that he's trying to get her and she doesn't want to go.
I wonder if it can't even decipher what they're saying. It's blah, 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 blah. I could try the actual. It's working for me, but I don't know if it's picking up all the words when I'm looking at my phone. The only thing, people that are using the YouTube one on my live, they're gonna have to turn it off because then it's gonna overlap. But I can try and see.
He hasn't seen her. He just recently started seeing her again because in February he questioned her for 2 hours about who I went out to eat with on Valentine's Day because he thought it was Callie. Me and her when we went to Wasabi's.
So between the time when you shouldn't have it, when you called 911, the police got there.
It's not even working on this either. Subtitles.
I sat there and held the towel on my baby.
You never went outside or tried to get rid of anything. Because that's what we don't care about. If you got some weed there and you try to get rid of it, we don't care about that. All right. I let him do this and we'll finish.
Which date of birth from?
783.
And you are consenting just for us to run a swab done inside your cheeks.
Detective Riddle, what are you doing at this point?
I'm actually taking buccal swabs, which is a rub them on her cheek and just get her DNA profile.
Okay, and so at this point in her story, she's saying that she did not put that gun outside. Is that correct?
Correct.
I'm going to take 2 sets, okay?
It's a couple, like I told you, there's a couple things that's not bad enough. One is there's no book. We can't find that book. 2, there's no case. You know, this needs to be 1 book, 1 ship. Right? None of that's fine. You didn't by any chance pick it up.
No, I didn't touch it. No, I was trying to, I was in shock. Like, my daughter was saying he was pouring blood out of her chest. And then my baby was screaming.
So, if I told you that there's by chance their video and it's showing you and Antoine outside talking, showing you come back outside, move your car, and it shows you come back outside again, would you believe that I was telling you the truth?
Yes, sir. You also.
Would you believe? So if I told you that this video of you coming out there, dropping that gun outside, would you believe that?
Yes.
Because that happened, didn't it?
Yeah, because I didn't want it in the house.
Okay, but then remember when I said...
Oh, this chick is such just a liar. And just trying to adapt when the truth comes out. Yes.
What did you do? Is there anything you got rid of? Why couldn't you say that? When we had that conversation in the hallway, what did I ask? I just asked you to be honest. That's all I asked you. I thought you were being honest, but apparently you're still not being honest. So you have left some stuff out. So before you call 911,
No, after.
So after you called 911, what did you do?
I took the gun and put it outside.
Where was the gun at?
It was in the closet in my bedroom.
Okay. So why did you think to get the gun and come and put it outside?
Because I didn't want to be charged with having a gun.
Detective Riddle, you heard the defense attorney say that the reason that the defendant took the gun outside is because she wanted to be safe. Is that correct?
Correct, something similar. I don't verbatim.
Is that what she said here? She was taking it out for the safety of her children?
No.
It's not good.
It's not illegal. Gun in your home is not illegal.
I didn't know that.
You got a felony?
No, sir.
It's not illegal. Okay, now let's try something else. You were at the house. There were no case. What happened to the case?
I don't know. I really don't have a clue. I really do not have a clue. I swear to God on my son is living.
Okay, so the gun that we found outside, that Kelly gave you, we test fired that gun. It's not going to match anything with Destiny.
No.
Have you ever even shot a gun before?
No.
So you don't know how to use a gun?
No.
So what's the chances that you were scared today, you had the gun, and you shot by mistake?
No.
That didn't happen?
No, sir.
You never got the gun until after you called 911 and you thought that you'd get in trouble for that.
Sorry.
So you're sticking with the fact that Antoine did this?
Yes.
Surely God, you would not blame this on somebody that can be true.
No.
Because you bought us in.
Right.
Now we're scratching our head.
Right.
Because you ain't been telling us the whole truth. That's all I've asked you for the whole time.
Right.
But do you know this thing seems like to me? You more worried about self-preservation than anything else.
What does that mean?
You worry about saving yourself more than anything else. That's all I've been
I mean, I
getting.
have a son to raise. That is also his sister.
Yeah, I understand that. I understand. You got another side you got to worry about, right? But you also have one that needs justice for what happened. And if it was something you did that was a mistake, then we need to know that because mistakes happen. We understand that. I don't think for a second you would maliciously shoot your child.
No.
I would hope that there ain't no one there to do that. But when you keep on giving us reasons to doubt it, it's not helping out your cause. And you continue to give us reasons to doubt it, right? Started with the phone. Then you just wouldn't, you lied about the car color. You lied about the person there. Then you lied about a gun. You weren't going to tell us any of that stuff until we figured it out and brought it up to you. Like you understand that you're making this a really difficult case, right?
Well, it's not. I don't know if we get the prosecution off
Because
that.
I don't even know who we need to prosecute now.
Because you're not a reliable witness.
Because you gave us so many jumbled up stories.
I mean, you're telling the truth.
I'm just going to be straight up with you.
Is that gun the murder weapon? I'm just asking. If it is. If it's the weapon he used now, you tell me outside, tell me the truth. Is it the murder weapon? Because I think we've got ballistics, and we're going to be able to tell. I want you to hear it from your mouth. I want to hear it from the horse's mouth.
Do you want this thing?
Yes, and he wiped it off.
Do you want this thing? Do you want this to go in front of a jury of people and you look like some uncaring?
No.
Because I'm telling you, but listen, I'm gonna tell you what you look like right now. You look like you're very uncaring, and the only thing that matters to you is you. That's what you look like. I would like to think if I was in your position, I don't care if it was my mama that came in there and shot my kid. I'm telling any and everything. You're not doing that. We are, everything we've got from you, we've had to pull out of you. You have not freely given us anything. Somebody that wants justice and wants something done, they would be giving us all the info we need. They would be saying, yes, check my phone. I don't care if it's weed in there. I told you we don't care about weed. We're not trying to hear you go. You'd be saying, this is what happened. Yes, he had a gun. He threw it over there. Or I took it over there. You would be telling us all this stuff. You would get it out. Listen, you would get it all out there. Because it's going to come up at some point. You're going to have to answer it. So get it all out there so we can work through it. So now you tell us he knew where the gun was at. So there's more to the story. So you haven't told us about that.
And he hadn't run this by you. I'm just going to run it by you and tell you the truth again. At 8:42, you are seen on video taking that gun out. 8 minutes later, you call 911. We got the transcripts. You're covering up. This is not good. What's going on here? Tell me, please, God, Lord, sweet name of Jesus, you are not lying on this young man.
Self-preservation, I mean, it's human. Nobody wants to look at it as they're a bad person. Even if if something happened and it wasn't on purpose. So I understand that. But you got to own up to stuff at some point, right? And all you've done is cast doubt on everything he told us. He told us, we see you outside about 8 minutes before you call 911.
That's not good.
That's not good. That's not good.
We can't sell this to jurors.
We have to pull all of this out of you. There's more to this than what you're telling us.
You see, I see a definite change in you right now. You went to line mode to he did crime mode. Now you're thinking the wheels are turning. Oh Lord, what am I going to do? I mean, this is where I'm an emotional wreck just listening to it. Because I was thinking, yes, we're going to put some motherfucker in jail. And now we're thinking, holy shit, did she kill her child?
No, I did not kill my baby.
How are we supposed to believe it?
Oh, we're not.
Explain.
I don't know.
Can you explain why you're seeing one gun outside and then 8 minutes later call it 911?
No,
Lock her up.
first.
Fucking lock her up.
I don't know.
Yes, I did.
We're gonna get the video, but I'm pretty sure it shows you outside at 9:40 or 8:42. The 911 call was placed at 8:50.
Okay, and so this information that you're relaying to Ms. Howington, where are you getting that information?
I'm getting it from officers on scene. The timeline is off. We do have an accurate account. We did get the 911 records. I was off on my time. That's my bad. So, but now we do have the accurate. There's the only thing that we've made right is the accurate time frame,
Okay.
chronological order.
So let's go ahead and let's talk through that right now. You were in the courtroom, obviously, when that video was played that had the spider web in the corner and that was done at the neighbor's house. Is that correct?
I did not have access to it during this interview, but I was able to gain access of it at some point.
And have you reviewed the times when cars arrive and when people arrive?
Yes.
All right. So I want to walk through. Can you tell this jury the The first time that a vehicle arrives at that home, what time is that?
The first vehicle arrives at the home at 8 o'clock and 8:29 and 38 seconds. That's the first arrival. You see the headlights come into that driveway that's on the street.
Okay, so 8:29:38 is when that car arrives. Does that car then leave?
It leaves at 8:31:08.
At some point in time, does either the same car or another car arrive at the house in front of this house?
A car arrives back in front of 502 Balsam at 8:41:04 seconds.
Is there any way for you to tell if it's the same vehicle or a different vehicle, or is that something that's unknown?
I can't tell.
And so after that, after we see the car arrive, the second event at 8:41:04, what happens next?
You'll see Miss Howington pull into her driveway at 8:42 and 23 seconds.
Okay. What happens next?
And then at 8:43 and 28 seconds, the lights turn on, and you see her, Destiny, and Gavin go into the house.
Okay. And Destiny walks in first.
Yes, correct.
And then she's followed quickly thereafter by Miss Howington, who is carrying Gavin. Is that correct?
Yes. Can I make one point in there?
Yeah.
The person is in her driveway. She drives past. She sees the car. It's obvious to me. I mean, you'll have the video. She knows. I don't know if she knows the person that's in the car, but she observes that car. She parks right in front of it, or behind it, one of the two.
So after Destiny goes inside and Miss Howington and Gavin go inside, is there a point in time where that door opens again?
At 8:46:05, I believe she goes back to the front door and she motions for somebody to come into the house.
All right, guys.
Now, in that video that we've watched, is there a point in time when somebody leaves the vehicle that had been sitting in front of the car and walks into the house?
At 8:46 and 35 seconds, that individual from that car that's parked there before her arrival walks into that residence.
Okay. And then what happens next?
Then at a minute later, roughly 8:46 and 43 seconds, that same individual walks back out of the house, gets into his car, and leaves. Okay. 8:46 and 43 seconds, he's seen exiting the house.
Does he come in again?
He'd come in at 8:46:35.
Say that one more time.
Well, let's see. I mean, my time's here. Maybe I'll.
When the individual enters the house, I've written it wrong right here, so I just want to.
Okay. The individual enters the house at 8:46:43.
Okay. And then the individual exits the house at.
At 8:47:47.
Sorry. Okay, then I did have it right. 8:47:47. All right. So total inside the house of that individual is 63 seconds. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right. What is the next thing that happens?
Miss Howington then exits her home and goes out to her car at 8:48:23.
And what do you see in the video that Miss Howington does with her car?
It looks like at 8:48 and 52 seconds, her lights turn on.
Okay.
And then at 8:48:55 seconds, she moves her car where that car is, where the person's car is parked.
Okay. And then what happens next?
At 8:50 and 15 seconds, she goes back into her home.
Okay. So she's outside the home doing the thing where she's moving her car for approximately a minute and 52 seconds. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right. We heard earlier about the 911 call. You said you later got that record. What is the time of the 911 call?
It was 8:53. And there might have been a few seconds on it. Whatever the 911 chronological would have that documented.
So 8:53 is when the 911 calls happens. Is there a point in time when Miss Howington exits the home again, and this is the point in time where we believe she's moving the gun?
At 8:53 and 53 seconds, she exits that house. You can see her come off that porch into near that bush area.
Okay. And then when does she re-enter the home?
She re-enters the home at 8:54 and 17 seconds.
Okay. And then is there a point in time when the first officer arrives on the scene?
You saw on that video, Officer Cummings comes in with his lights on at 8:56 and 15 seconds.
And then is there a point in time where you can see him leave with Destiny?
He leaves with her at 8:58 and 20 seconds.
Let those be filed collectively as 18.
Sip of water. Challenge people.
Minutes after the fact.
But you know what? We can't verify that. You know why? Because you know she's on her. Because if we can pull your phone up and see what she called right here at this time,
You knew that.
don't you?
You knew that your phone was a key factor in this mess, and that's why you wanted to try to get it off. You're trying to give some innocent lady over at UT Hospital who don't know cat shit from out of butter. And you stuck in the toilet, running water, or whatever the hell you did to it.
Okay, well, let's try this. We'll go back to your story, because you said he knew where the gun was. So where were you going from there? When you said he knew
He knew where the gun was because he came in my room one day when he just showed up and he seen it in the closet when I was getting my clothes out to get dressed.
Okay, so how does that factor into tonight?
That's where he went and got it from.
So you tell.
Detective Riddle, at this point in the interview, Ms. Howington is saying that Antoine got the gun out of the closet. Is that correct?
That's how I'm taking it, that he went into her closet and got the gun.
Is that the story she's going to say later?
No.
When he got that gun, and that's the gun he used.
And he threw it down after he shot his child. And you picked it up, and you took it out to the bush, and you've done something possibly with the shell casing.
No, I touched
So it's probably somewhere in your house.
Yes.
And it's possible. Why would you tamper with that evidence?
I didn't want to get in trouble.
Look, 2 times you tamper with evidence. People that are innocent don't tamper with evidence. 2 different times. You're on video. Put your gun outside. Your gun that you're now telling us that your daughter was killed with. See how this thing gonna look good for you?
Yes, I do.
You see how all your lies ain't doing nothing but just making it, just building on it and building on it and making it worse?
You know why you don't want us calling your mama? You probably scared.
All right. I'm lining up another stream after this, I guess. The short stream, though, I think. I'm going to make a thumbnail. What do you guys think of the interrogation so far? I made you yawn. It's, I mean, we know, she's a liar. Not that crazy. I mean, what I am curious about with the defense, they didn't finish today, the interrogations, but I am curious about what the defense, what holes they poked.
Your mom's gonna think about this mess too.
Oh, no, my mom felt bad at work.
That's on you. That's on you. You need to get Jesus in your heart, because there's a lot of lying going on. And right now, you act like you're part of the devil. I mean, I don't understand you. I may cuss and carry on. I'm a God-fearing man. You're gonna go to hell if you don't get your heart right. Does that matter to you? Do you
So
want
you're
to
gonna
be
go to
here
hell?
on free and raise that 2-year-old child you got? Because there's no way in hell that I'm going to charge him with this murder, with
Charge a 2-year-old
the
child.
way you've done, with what you said tonight. I think what the case we've got is on you. And it's bad.
Was it a mistake?
If it's a mistake, tell us it's a mistake. If it's an accident, you don't know nothing about guns, it happens all effing time. Something's happened.
All right.
Did you accidentally shoot your child?
No.
Well, then what happened?
Daddy got him off again. So I'm not sure. Baby, it's almost there.
supposed to believe it.
I guess you get it.
Why would you not say that initially?
Because it's my baby. I don't know
We
what's
don't
going
charge
on.
2-year-old babies, so somebody will charge 2.
You think people gonna charge a 2-year-old?
No, I mean,
How would Gavin get a hold of the gun? If it's in the closet?
because he's messy. He pulled a
Where?
trigger. It was in the closet because he puts on my high heels.
Do you understand? Hold on, Brandon, I'm gonna stop in the middle of this.
Go ahead, let him snap.
Have you ever heard a forensic interview of a child? You know that young man's gonna be questioned. It won't be by me, it won't be by him, it's gonna be by professionals. Is he gonna say he shot his sister? Because kids don't lie usually. Oh, sweet baby Jesus, it's even worse now. You're bringing your 2-year-old child into
No,
this
he
mix.
did it. He got the fucking gun. I said, man, I just didn't, I didn't do it. Antoine was there. We were arguing, and I feel like my son was trying to protect us.
Okay, I'm gonna have to talk to Antoine tonight. Do you know where I can find him?
No.
You can blame any and everybody you can. But your actions have shown that the only person you're trying to protect is you.
I did not kill my baby. There's no reason.
This thing, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. This thing's gonna get solved. Right? Be it you had the gun, Antoine had the gun, Gavin had the gun. If it comes down to you had the gun like this is pointing to, you're gonna look like the most non-caring, self-centered person that has ever come across in front of a jury.
Hurt my baby.
This is,
I want to believe that, but you have not given us a reason to.
you know, if this tells what I believe right now, I think we do enough right now. Reckless homicide on everybody except for the 2-year-old.
You and him both.
You and him both. Reckless homicide. We're not going to put anything on your 2-year-old child. Because I don't know if I can believe you or not.
I can't believe nothing come out of that. If you tell me right now I'm a black man wearing blue pants, I'm gonna question it. I can't believe nothing that come out of your mouth right now. I've given you opportunity after opportunity after opportunity to tell the truth. You can't seem to do it. Like what is the reason? What is the reason you cannot tell the truth?
It makes me look like a bad parent that here my daughter is dead and her daddy was
Ain't nobody judging your parenting right now. Let me explain something to you again. This is the 3rd floor. This is violent crimes. We deal with rape, robbery, murder, assaults, intimidation, stuff like that. We don't care what kind of parent you are. We don't care if you sell weed. I don't care if you smoke enough fucking weed to get the whole city high. I don't care about any of that stuff. I care about the dead little girl. And I care about why you keep lying about it. Because if you cared, you would tell us the truth.
I just told you the truth.
You told us the truth before that. How many truths are there?
You know when your life started? 911.
Why do you say that?
You go back and listen to the recording. You said it was a black Charger.
First.
Chrysler black, blue, whatever you call it. It wasn't black or blue, it was white. That's the first lie. And then it's been a spiral downhill ever since. An innocent person does not lie. They tell the truth. Because you know why? It's easy to remember the truth. It's hard to remember a lie.
I'm in here feeling sorry for you, thinking you're a grieving mother.
I am agreeing with my baby.
You ain't acting like it. You ain't acting like it. You ain't acting like it at all.
What do you want to see done about what happened tonight?
Only thing you worried about is getting the hell out of here.
What you care about, huh?
You think that 2-year-old baby's going to go home with you tonight? I told you there's other agencies involved in this mess now. And I mean, my conscience will not dare allow me to let that little boy. I have to tell him the truth.
I'm still under the assumption that you did.
I hope not. I sure to God hope
Well,
not.
you keep talking, you're going to blame it on somebody else.
Hell, you want to blame it on my dog? She's at home in bed, I hope. This is crazy.
How about this? Okay. I'm going to give you one more chance to tell the complete, honest, total truth.
Or
one chance. No. Hold on. Don't start yet. One chance. You start lying. We're getting up, walking out of this damn room. We're done with you. We'll go get on the phone. We're gonna
Bet you're a liar.
What's gonna happen with this thing? Who's going to jail? Where games going? All that good stuff. But we ain't dealing with no more damn lies. You ought to be damn lied up by now.
You a lie.
When I got there, he was irate because of whatever reason, he's always irate. And he came to the house, he was screaming and hollering. I had him in the room. He pulled chairs up and got in the closet, and he had a gun. And as me and Angela were arguing, he had the gun, and he shot this dude.
Where was this near?
Laying on the couch.
Where's the gun located in your closet?
It was like on the top shelf.
So a 2-year-old.
He got the chair. He gets a chair. He will climb on anything in my house.
I don't think he's tall enough to get he ain't tall enough to get a direct shot like that was input in her. That couch is that high, Robin. Do we want to do measurements? His little arms are not high enough to get up above her to shoot straight down in her. I just
See, I guess she's trying to blame it on the child, the 2-year-old.
agree with you on that.
So you telling me he shot his sister, and now you want to put him through these forensic interviews?
I wish he would because it's the truth.
That is wild, bro. Wild, bro. I am trying to like follow whatever, you know. I know she had blamed several people. I think the father of the child, the brother, the 2-year-old. I think the boyfriend or something too, I believe. Mexicans, black people. Like, I don't know how many stories she's gone through now. And she's really trying to like shift this on a 2-year-old.
If it's the truth, why didn't you say that from the beginning?
Because, I mean, that's my baby.
Well, 2-year-old at the time.
Like, I was in shock when this shit happened.
You think we gonna go over there to the neighbor's house and get him and put him in cuffs and take him to jail? Is that what you think we gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
Then so why would you lie and want to put that man in jail? If he is a grieving parent also.
The reason why they caused it, because he was the one that was screaming.
He's not the reason to cause it. He ain't the reason to cause it. He didn't give Gavin the fucking gun.
You can tell these cops are like fed up too. You know, somebody's just a lie, like a habitual. After a while, you don't even give a ish anymore.
If he is a grieving parent also, why would you lie on this man and try to get us to put him in jail for murdering his own child?
Because he was there acting a fool.
It's not murder. It's not what you said.
That's still not.
It's not what you said.
If he wouldn't have came, that would have been guns.
But that's not what you told us. You told us that he came in there and shot.
Well, you're exactly right.
So we pulled it out of you.
You told 911 that some black guy comes into your house and shoots and kills your daughter.
Put it on my baby.
So first you put it on a random black guy, then you put it on her dad. So yeah, we're up to 3 people you put this on. A random black guy and a black 300, then her own dad. Now it's Gavin.
But if her dad wouldn't have been there, it was bad.
But you know who it all points to? You.
Can't you do gun residue on my hands?
You already put your hand in the damn toilet. Get the phone out.
And what you did.
So how the phone get wet?
Come on, Robin.
It's in the sink.
Okay, you washed your hands. You got your hands wet.
You just put the phone in water.
Right.
That's just to destroy it.
Probably because after it happened, you probably text or talk to Antoine or Catherine. And you didn't want us to see that. So you got rid of it. Right?
Unfortunately, there's data still in that phone.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it says it. It says.
Then you got rid of a gun. Innocent people don't do that. You know who all this shit's pointing to? Who's it pointing at?
You think it's me, but I know it's not.
I don't think. I'm telling you what the evidence is pointing at.
Why would I kill my own daughter?
The same. Why would he do it?
Now the little
He
boy.
came over here to my house acting a fool. Nothing would have happened.
thank God there's good video, because we'd have charged some innocent black guy tonight. That's racism in my book.
Ooh, yes. You gonna pull a racism? Say, ooh, yeah. Let's see if she's susceptible to that. He said, that's racist in my card.
Some innocent black guy tonight. That's racism in my book.
I'm gonna be racist now.
Yeah. Hey, do whatever you got to do, man. Because some people, they crumble when they hear that word. Racist. Oh, no, they're racist. Ah! But she might not have any susceptibility to that.
I mean, you're blaming it on black guy. You blame it on a random black guy.
Yeah.
It's my baby daddy who came over after the fucking fool for no damn reason.
Well, it's the baby daddy, though. I don't know.
You blamed it on, well, you didn't tell us it was your baby daddy at first. You said it was a black guy and a black guy and a black 300. So we looking for a totally different black guy. Then we figured out, well, they got a pretty bad face, so maybe it's him. So maybe it's him and her. Then you blame it on him. Then we find a video of you doing all other shit, and you blame it on the baby.
And you know what?
So every time we catch you in a lie, and we can back it up, hey, we got evidence it's a lie, what do? You change it. Because I feel like when we take Gavin, and he does his interview, and he says he didn't shoot his sister, you're going to back that up, you're going to come with another. No, so I'd much rather you just go ahead and tell us now and say something.
He did. He fucking did, man. He was scared. Antoine was fucking flipping out.
So what did Antoine do after Gavin shot himself?
He walked straight out the house.
So this dude is irate as fuck, always trying to fight you, fighting your boyfriend, sees his daughter get shot, and he don't do nothing with it. Wow. Does that make any kind of logical sense to you?
I guess he thought he was going to be blamed because of our guys.
You did blame him. I mean, you did.
It is his fucking fault in my eyes because he shouldn't have came to my house acting a fucking fool, and nothing would ever happen.
So I'm gonna tell you what we got. So we got a gun that you said is the murder weapon. It's going to have your DNA on it, in your house.
And my son's, because my son.
Then why don't you tell us that Antoine wiped it off?
Because he did.
You are so deep in this shit right now. You don't know which way is which.
Wow.
I don't believe you. But if you had just came out and told me all this from the beginning, I probably could. But now I can't. We were getting ready to go put a first degree murder warrant on that dude. Do you understand? Do you understand what that is?
Do you think you deserve first degree? If you think he does, do you think you deserve? Okay. No, he doesn't.
He is a grieving parent also. If what you're telling us happened this last rendition, if that actually happened, he's a grieving parent. He saw his daughter get shot. For life of me, I can't understand why he just turned him walk away. From everything you told us, I don't think he turned and walked away. I don't even think he was in there when it happened.
I'm sorry,
I don't think he was there when it happened. I think he was already gone.
I think he was gone.
I think he left. I think you got that gun. You shot that baby.
No, I did not.
That's why your ass tried to hide.
No, I did not. Why would I shoot my own daughter? What the fuck? Who does that?
Well, that's what you just said he did. Okay, how about this? So, we'll get Gavin. We know he'll do the interview. How about...
He's smart as hell, so...
Okay, but would you be willing to do a lie detector test?
Yes.
Did I?
Yes.
Saying that you ain't the one shot.
Yes.
And that you didn't pick up no shell case and get rid of it.
Yes, sir.
And then Gavin somehow, 2 years old, put a chair up there, got to the top of the closet, and got a gun.
Yes.
And shot.
Detective Riddle, even though Ms. Howington said she would take a lie detector about this, does that turn out to be a story that she changes as well?
It does.
Wow. Yes.
And then we go get Antoine, he's going to tell us the same thing?
I don't know what he might say.
If it's the truth, he should tell us the truth, right?
I don't know what he might say.
Or is Antoine going to say, me and her argued, I had left, I don't know what happened after that, because I think that's what's going to happen.
How does that little baby know where it ends at? You think it's your responsibility as an adult, as a parent of a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old, to secure that weapon in a safe place?
Yes.
Okay, why would that baby, again, know where that gun's at? That's neglect on your part. This is negligent homicide.
That's if you love him. I think it should be first degree murder. Because I think he did.
I didn't thought.
I was on the side, but now I'm not. I'm not.
Well, then give it the lie detector test.
Yeah, we're not going to do that.
I think,
You might. What are you saying, Dale? It's still, it was, anyway you look at it, you kept a firearm in your house where your baby knew where it was, climbed up into a chair, got it out of the closet, as you say, a loaded gun. I know he didn't know how to wrap around. And I still don't know if he's tall enough.
I don't think he's
I don't think he's tall enough.
He's strong and
Okay, that couch is this high. He's not really that tall. He would have to shoot that little girl there. And
you don't give him moral nonsense. So I'll give you the benefit of that. So you tell me you got to walk out of the room, walk up to where everybody was at. If you shot from the front,
yes.
I tried to do anything when he saw a 2-year-old with a gun.
No, we were arguing.
So you just seen it.
Right.
Did you shoot her standing up or did you shoot her on the couch?
She was on the couch.
She was laying down on the couch.
I don't know what's going on with the audio.
Audio out of whack.
Full moon out.
So y'all arguing, you're a gunshot.
Yeah, that's one thing. His baby girl who you tell me he's crazy over, he tries to
I
see
never said he
herself.
was crazy over it. Like I told you, you haven't seen her from February until just recently because she didn't want to be around him. Because he questioned her for 3 hours and who was all out to eat with on Valentine's Day. It was just me and her.
Okay, so let's say you don't care about his daughter. He sees her just get shot. You want me to believe me? This man turns and walks out and leaves you. Don't say nothing.
That is the truth.
And then you go and get this, so if he just turned and walked out, I didn't want to go now. That makes sense, doesn't it?
He did.
You see what I'm telling you, about? You just keep on throwing lines. So after he having shoots, he takes it, wipes it off, gives it to you, and you go throw it outside. Like, tell me something to make me believe this, because I'm not believing it.
I love my daughter with everything in me. Like, every fucking thing in me. Like, that was my baby girl. That was supposed to be my last child. That one was a quote-unquote accident. I spoiled her rotten. She slept with me every fucking night. Like, no matter what she did, she never did no wrong to me. In my eyes, she was perfect, and I always told her that.
So why can't you just tell the truth about
I
what
didn't tell
happened
the
to her?
truth. Me and
Which
him
truth?
was arguing,
Which truth?
and Gavin tried to protect and got the gun and accidentally shot.
Would this be an appropriate time for a brief?
Break.
So they end up taking a little break. There's just a tiny little bit left for the first interrogation. We'll make a decision tomorrow if we want to watch part 2 or not. I am going to move us over to the second channel just to talk a little bit about the Madeline Soto and the mother. Because officials, it looks like, I don't know, on the news, there's an article or a video that says, Vic sent it, and somebody else tagged me on Twitter as well. Jennifer Soto gave law enforcement Jennifer Soto gave law enforcement doesn't line up with what investigators know. Why do you, so we could, is there new details to this thing? I don't know. Ooh. Oh, we gotta check this out. Y'all wanna go over now? Or do you wanna try to finish the last little snippet of the interrogation? Let's see. Sorry, I'm all like all over the place. Bum, 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 bum.
For real.
Well, I'm just at the point where we're just looking at
I'm the one that's gonna try to give you opportunity to tell us what really happened.
That's what
I think he does.
Let's do so. Let's move on. I agree. Let's move on. I already have the thumbnail and stream ready to go. Let me just set it up right now. Just next. I'll put it on right now. We're gonna watch a video. I think 2 videos. I already talked yesterday about the police releasing this girl's apparently her corpse on Instagram. I don't know how that happens. I guess it was an accident, is what they're saying. And some other, I don't know, executive, somebody at the office posing with the Steven guy and posted it to her, like her personal Instagram. I mean, Facebook. Sorry, Facebook. Okay. 7:10. I think there could be a chase tonight too. There's been a lot of activity, multiple fails, several police chases that started and ended really quickly. But there's been, I feel like I've seen like 3 or 4, or even 5 start and end, start and end. Sometimes those are like the symptoms of like potentially. I feel like we might get something tonight. I don't know. So, okay, that's the mailing list if you're interested in that. And I think what I'm going to do with the mailing list, I might do one email Monday through Friday with the links of things that we're doing for the day, I think. Also, make sure you subscribe to the second channel. I think there's something in my eye. I might have to like put some water in there, get an eye drop or something going. And I will transfer you guys over there. Just give me 1-2 minutes max, probably, just to switch profiles over and get started. Redirect. Where are you? Boom. Story not adding up. Lord Almighty. Mama. Oh, it doesn't work. I gotta set the thing up on the screen. Mama. Where's Mama at? Come out, Mama. There you are. Mama's love. I feel like I need a sound effect with it. I wonder if I can make it like a low sound effect so it's not too loud or invasive.